Okay guys, welcome to this video. We're going to go over through the episode 1 of season 8 of Game of Thrones, which was released yesterday, and we're going to through the recap. I'll give you my review and I'll give you some thoughts and opinions about it as well. Before we start, thank you for all the support in the previous reaction video from Star Wars. Thank you all of you guys who are new here, and let's just get into it. The intro has the wall turned down, and Jaime Lannister is all the way over there. Arya sees that Jon is coming with the Zion army of the Unsullied, and there's an homage that read to the first season when Arya was looking at the King's Robert army coming, but this time he comes with Jon Snow and Daenerys. The dragons come in, everyone is surprised by them, and they ride past Winterfell. Bran meets Jon for the first time, even though he's not my brother anymore. Good old Bran. Sansa gets to meet her again as well. Here's another homage to the first episode of the season when King Robert was saying hello to every single one of the Stark's family, and now it's just with Daenerys. Then Boy Umber, he's asked to grab some more armies that are late to the reunion and go to Jon right away to Winterfell. Obviously, Daenerys and Sansa do not like each other because, well, she is a foreigner and they are Northerners and they do not like them at all. Everyone is just asking why Jon gave up his crown and bent the knee towards Daenerys if they crowned him king in the north. And everyone is a pussy about it, but Tyrion tries to defend him, but Daenerys, he gets asked what Dragon Seed, and she says whatever they fucking want. Sansa is still suspicious, is speaking to other people, and then comes in Tyrion, his previous ex-husband. And well, they speak out, they say, how do you think that Cersei is going to allow you to Lannister army to come here, but whatever. Arya and Jon finally meet again, which has been a long time coming, and they are very happy. Arya is on Sansa's side of things, that she's a foreigner, but she wants to be with Jon as well because, well, it's Jon. Qyburn tells Cersei that the death had marched through the wall, she doesn't fucking care. The Golden Army comes in with all the Greyjoy armada, and while Greyjoy still has Yara, and she wants not to kill him because she doesn't want to get bored. They grab everything for Cersei, but she doesn't have the elephants that she wanted, so she's really sad about it. Elephants. And then Euron was, hey, don't you want some kinky time? And even though she says no, at the end he gets slayed, and well, another one who gets slayed is Bronn, but he's asked to kill both Jaime and Tyrion, his former friends. How the fuck is poor Bronn going to do this? Lots of gold from Cersei. Now, Cersei, after banging, she still asks for the elephants. Okay, but well, they get together and Euron wants to put a baby inside of her. Theon rescues Yara, and Yara punches him in the face because he left her when she was being kidnapped. And then when everything's good and settled, Yara goes back to the islands to recover them, and Theon says their goodbyes because he wants to defend Winterfell alongside Daenerys and the Starks. And they start to dialogue that the Northerners do not want to become, but Sir Davos offers a marriage between good old Daenerys and good old Jon that may unite the kingdoms finally and have a proper lady and a proper lord. The dragons do not eat. First of all, because they're in the north. Second of all, because their brother died. I mean, who wouldn't like that? They're fucking sad, but Jon and Daenerys come to comfort them. And so, another part of Daenerys and Jon's relationship develops. Jon is able to ride Rhaegal, and he chooses his rider, and they fly away, and thus the dragon dance begins between them. And they are really happy. They fly away, a little bit far away. They drop down. Everything like how to change your dragon, between hiccups and Astrid, everything like that, but well, you get the idea. This is a fun part and a very loving one and an easy part to digest. And when they get to where they were planning to just pick and kiss and make out, Drogon gets a little bit defensive towards Daenerys because when Jon's kissing her mother, Drogon gives him this look. She doesn't want to near her mother. Arya, the Hound, and Gendry all come together again. Once again, they say you're a bitch, but you're alive, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Arya and Gendry flirt out with each other fairly, not that much, but they do. And Arya asks for a kind of weapon that I don't know what it is yet. It may be an arrow for a crossbow or for a bow and arrow, I don't know, but she wants a new weapon. Then Lady Stark, Sansa speaks with Jon about the queen and how they are losing soldiers because they're not coming unless they're coming to defend the king in the north, not Daenerys. And we move on to when Daenerys speaks to Sam. And hey, guess what, Sam? Thanks for saving me, Sir Jorah, but I killed your brother and father. Sam is really fucking sad while he finds Bran outside, freezing in the cold, expecting an old friend, and he comes down to Jon to tell him the truth about his heritage and what he really is. He tells him, he also says to Jon that Daenerys burned both his father and brother, and well, that he is the true heir to the Iron Throne, and he is Aegon Targaryen, and Ned Stark is not his father, but he was protecting him from getting killed by Robert Baratheon, and Lyanna is her mother, and you are the true king. And he says, and I quote, "You gave up your crown to defend your people. Would she do the same?" Tormund is still alive. He comes up to find the other guys, and they found the little Umber boy who went down to his village to save them, but he sends out that he's now a white. And the Night King gives us this pattern that may have been in the previous episode, and well, it's just probably an upcoming foreshadow. It kind of resembles the Targaryen symbol to me. Maybe it's like a foreshadow for the Night King to say that, hey, I can breathe fire now, I have your dragon. And at the end of the episode, Jaime Lannister comes in after he betrays Cersei and goes to fight for the Northerners and go to fight against the White Walkers. And well, guess what? Bran is still there. He stood up all morning just sitting in his wheelchair and said, hey,
surprise, motherfucker.
And we're about to see where it goes. For my review, I think it was a decent episode. For me, it was a decent episode because they need to set up all the fights, and there needs to be a warning. And here comes Tormund in play to actually warn Jon Snow. We saw that in the preview, and they need to tell them beforehand that the White Walkers are right next to them. They are right around the corner, and they need to fight when the sun comes down. This is where the Battle of Winterfell will begin, but the next episode won't be a battle either, because the third episode is called the Battle of Winterfell, and they need to set up, basically their defenses, they need to tell the characters, and they need to do something with Jaime, because even though he's kind of redeemed himself in character, to the Starks he's a criminal, and actually Bran may be the one who grants forgiveness, even though at the beginning he threw it out the window because Cersei and Jaime from the very first episode of the series, and left him crippled. But if it wasn't for Jaime, Bran wouldn't be what he was. And well, Bran knows everything, so maybe he'll grant him pardon if he does decide to fight with them, and maybe he wants to. Maybe they ask him to kill Cersei and betray her. Maybe, who knows what will happen. It was a decent episode. I'll give it a 8 out of 10 because it is not the best episode. It obviously not. It needed to take a lot of hype, but it's like an episode of stairs. Jon to Sam, Sam to Bran, Sansa to Dany, Arya to Jon, everyone to Jon. It's like a standard episode, but it needs to be set up. The battle needs to be set up. Cannot go all in right away. Otherwise, it would be impossible. And it's a reunion episode. Everyone gets together for the first time. Daenerys comes and faces everybody. They don't like her, and Bran is an asshole as always. But alright, an 8 is deserved, and it is a really good episode. And it's going to set up a really incredible battle, maybe the greatest battle in the history of the series. Who knows if it will be the Battle of the Bastards. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment in what you think about the episode, about my review as well. If you think that Bran is not an asshole, tell me as well. But to me, he's just a bit. He's a break sometimes. And by the way, with Jon's revelation, it may have been more epic, but I do understand that Sam, I mean, his actor does a really good job just playing that he's so mad and sad about Daenerys, and he's conflicted between Jon supporting her and like how am I going to support the queen that's basically doing the same steps as her father. The great thing is how will they take Dany? Will Jon tell Dany? Well, he keeps his mouth shut, but about to be seen hopefully in the next episode. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.